Hello Capricorn and welcome to your reading. This is a reading for all those who have a Capricorn sun sign, Capricorn moon sign, Capricorn ascendant. We're taking a look at your current energies. See how this reading connects with the situation at hand or something which has been on your mind. Go through the reading to see if it connects with you and if you would like to follow through with the guidance. We'll start by taking a look at the events of the recent past, which are the moon. So it's a little secretive, it's a little unclear. It's not going to tell us. I mean, this card is talks of things which are under wraps, where we just get a hint of something. It's not very clear. It could also mean, completion of something. Let's see how it pans out. You've got the King of Pentacles and you have the Nine of Swords. I'll need to clarify this before I can, say anything, because with the Moon card, one needs to just get more clarity. All right, so Three of Wands. You've been waiting for something, Capricorn. You've been waiting for something. You're waiting for something to end. And being a moon card, I guess, it is different for all of you. What is ending? What are you looking at closing? What is coming? What cycle is completing for you? And I think that is what the moon card represents. It's not going to tell. It's not going to be, anything common. It needs to fit into everyone's individual situation, right? Okay, so and it's becoming a big burden for you. All right. So you're looking at, some of you could have already experienced the closure, and some of you are finding the situation really, really heavy, and you're waiting for that closure to come. You're waiting for it to end. Now, most of you could probably be aware that there is a cycle ending. All right, as depicted by this full moon, there is a cycle ending. You might be aware of what is ending, and some of you could have experienced it, and some of you know that it is happening, but it has not manifested for a few of you. It could have manifested for some, but I think overall energy is that something is winding up, something is coming together. It is getting a little tiresome to wait, because we have the Three of Wands here. It is somewhere out there, and you can just sense it, you can catch it. You're probably getting indications from various quarters that that end is coming about, but the waiting is getting very burdensome for you. And you could feel a little emotionally low as well, some of you. But overall their energy is of when is this going to end? That is what you've all been experiencing in the past. When is it getting ended? When is it ending? It's getting, I'm like quite tired of just holding on to this, and that kind of a feeling. And it is a card of emotions as well, the Moon card. So yes, dense emotions, a little mild pessimism that how much further is it going to go. On those lines, those emotions could also be you could have been experiencing of late. Let's explore the King of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. Let me see if Seven of Wands does turn up. But here, this is also a card of waiting and nurturing while you're waiting. Here, the crop is ready. The fruit is ready, on the trees. But a little bit of tending to is required. But the result is guaranteed. She can see that the tree is laden with fruit, but maybe just a little more time for entire thing to ripen, and knowing the fact that you are going to gain from this situation, no doubt about it. King of Pentacles is also having walked a long road, finally having reached, finally having completion, finally getting the success. And success which is going to stay with you. It's going to bring you prosperity, abundance, as well as financial security. So you, I think, do know that just a little more time you're all waiting for, and just putting in that little more energy which the universe is wanting you to put. Yeah, it gets a little difficult at times to balance all of this. It's a card of the future, Star card. It's all happening, Capricorn, but most of it is happening at the energy level, and I think that is what is pulling you down a little bit, that when am I going to see it happen in my reality, right? So this kind of you could be right now just trying to keep yourself a little occupied with a lot of things as depicted by the Two of Pentacles, so that you keep yourself busy, you keep yourself occupied, and not get too pulled down by this, because this will happen when it is going to happen. And so it's just like something you're wishing for should happen, and just waiting for it, even in the as you watch this reading. What is this Nine of Wands? You've got Ace of Cups, you've got the Magician, and you have got this Five of Wands. So in your Nine of Wands is a card of waiting. It is also a card of not giving up. Alright, but here we have also got the Ace of Cups and the Magician card, which is a new beginning of sorts at some level for all of you. Let me just explore this a little. But whatever this new whatever new is coming your way, it is directed by the universe, and it has something which makes you feel, which makes you very happy to do it. And I think there's a little confusion whether you should proceed or whether you should not do it. That is what the Nine of Wands is. It talks of a little bit of waiting and not giving up, and it talks of also should I not, I'm quite exhausted, do I need to put in the effort. The good card being the Ace of Cups, which tells you that yes, you do feel very creatively inspired to follow up with this, but there is a little conflict. Let me get a little clarifiers for this last row. You got Six of Pentacles, Six of Swords, and the King of Cups. So it would be a good idea to start at a small level. Whatever new whatever opportunity is coming, whatever you want to start with, Capricorn, do take one step towards it. It will help you start moving out of this situation. So you might feel a little anxious, you might feel a little conflicted, should I not, but just the cards are saying that take one step towards it. Don't cater too much to how your emotional response is towards this situation. We've got the King of Cups, all right? So it tells you to just keep your emotions just to a side and move on with this with one step. At least start working at it. Just take the first few steps, or just that one step. It is going to make a lot of difference to this energy you are currently in, Capricorn. Alright, you are going to move away from this, but you might feel that I'm waiting to get out of this, and then this is not over, and then I'm going to start something new, and how am I going to manage, and should I not, that kind of conflict, mental conflict could be happening with you. But the guidance is to go ahead with this with one step. Just start something regarding it, whatever it is, whatever comes to you. Any obstacle for you? Yes, you have this Five of Swords also. You might feel that you might have this sense of defeat, that this is that will it work out, what are people going to say. I mean, I don't think I'll be able to make it. This is again a card which is about playing a situation in your head in a slightly negative tone. So Five of Wands and Five of Swords, these are energies, just don't give in to them. Just focus on your work, and don't focus on your feelings and conflicting thoughts regarding this. Just put that aside and proceed with the practical aspect of whatever you would like to start and do. Ace of Wands, yes, the very fact that you make that start and keep your thoughts and emotions a little under check, you see, you will feel that surge of energy rushing back into you, because this is your guidance. Just go ahead with this. Yeah, Four of Swords is your final outcome. Just take the first few steps, Capricorn. You will feel a lot better. Instead of using your energy trying to sort out your thoughts and your emotions regarding it, put that energy into practical use and get going with whatever opportunity comes your way, or whatever you feel creatively inspired to do. Sometimes you might feel that you would want to paint, you'd want to cook a little bit, you'd want to start gardening, and then you would wonder that maybe I'll do it later. What's the point of doing it now? I'm just waiting for this to clear up, and I don't want to take on something. So those are these kind of thoughts are the Five of Swords and the Five of Wands energy, which keeps telling you what's the point and things like that. But the cards are saying just go ahead and start, and put that energy into practical application. Do something with it, rather than allowing it to churn inside your system. It'll get a release, it will get a expression, and let's see how it progresses, because you've got this beautiful Ace of Wands. You never know what this could lead to, Capricorn. So a good idea would be to get going with it and putting conflicting thoughts and emotions to rest. Rise above problems. Yes, rise above the problems of this Five of Swords and Five of Wands. Parenting and children, just the way we would counsel a child, just tell yourself the same thing, that it would be a good idea just to do it and not worry too much about how and when and if and but and all those kind of things. Even if it is for some of you regarding, if this reading fits into a parent child equation, do apply it, in that context, that maybe, there is something about your relationship which is, on the verge of ending. And I mean, just because this card has come out, I think it could be that waiting for a resolution to happen with your relationship, which is quite likely to happen, right? And instead of playing it out in your mind that how is the other person going to react, I think it's just best to go ahead with an idea which you feel inspired by, and reach out to either the parent or the child, for those where this clicks. Otherwise, in general, it's all about nurturing. It's all about nurturing yourself with things, and doing them actually, rather than keeping them at the energy level. Spend time in nature, that's going to heal you, and family harmony. So I think there could be a few viewers who are putting this in the context of a family situation, more specifically parent and child, and there also the resolution is likely to happen. In that context, it would be a good idea not to think and plan too much. What is how are you going to communicate, how are you going to get together, what the meeting will be like, and so on and so forth. If you just feel inspired to reach out to your parent or to your child, it would be a good idea just to do that. Don't spend the energy in working out or creating a situation, because it would be better to execute that energy, put it into that a 3D form, and put it into action, and not to spend too much time just playing it out in your head and in your heart. The whole situation has potential for healing. It is obvious with this family card that entire situation for the family and for the is going to be, it'll all work out very well. And for those of you where it is not a family situation, your own personal thing, there again, merely by working out your plans and doing something with your plans rather than just thinking about them, is going to also bring about a shift in the domestic atmosphere, in the atmosphere of your home, in the atmosphere of your office. So it is a time for action, Capricorn, and not to spend too much time thinking about if and but just to go ahead and do it. So with that, I'll wrap up your reading, Capricorn. Thank you for watching.